All right, cool. And now we are officially live. So what's up? What's up? What's up, gang? It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Just so y'all know that we actually live in full effect. You see it's 8:35 Tuesday, man. It's the Content Creators Community Call. Today we're going to be talking about those goals, goal setting, and what I believe is the best way to be goal setting, especially if you are a content creator, right? So before we get into today's lesson, let's do a little bit of a recap and just kind of discuss what we were going over last week, right? So last week we went over, the content creation schedules and how to just organize yourself as a content creator. We went into a little bit more, repurposing content, the content pillars, but more so the batching your content, how to create a schedule, how to source content and come up with a day that you just go and batch all of your content, right? Like as I said last week, guys, um, we record, a 2 to 3 months worth of, I would say more so 2 months of content in just 3 to 6 days, right? In 6 days, we able to get 2 months of content, done. Probably even more than that, right? Depending on how aggressive and how well thought out that plan and the schedule is and things like that, right? But just let alone in one day, we can get about 3 to 5 episodes, batched out. And so when I shared with the creators last week was just how to come up with a schedule that works for you, and then more so the mindset to go about, scheduling this stuff, coming up with the content, planning, where to go to get ideas when you having that those dry runs and you're not really feeling too creative and stuff like that. So that's what we covered last week. And also before we get started, I do want to remind y'all that we are, still paying for referrals. So you can always refer somebody to the community by sending them over to www.kaispeaks, that's QUIY speaks.com/community. And, I'll make sure that that link is, somewhere in the description so you can copy paste that, send it out to your peeps. And in the drop down below, they could just say who referred them and your name is going to be right there, right? Especially if you're an active member of the community, and I see you on the calls, I see you, chatting with us and stuff like that. And some housekeeping as well for my folks that are joining us through the YouTube membership. If you want to be on the Zoom call, so so that we can see your beautiful face, you can come off a mute, you can talk, and stuff like that. All you have to do is go ahead and download the Discord app and then join through Discord, right? You can join through Discord so that way you'll get the link for the Zoom calls and you'll be able to join via Zoom. But if you don't want to show your face and you're cool with just, being on and chatting with us in the live view, that's cool too. I would love to, chop it up with y'all. I got both screens open so I could still say something, say what's up to y'all from right here, right? So you got those options. Either or is cool with me, whatever floats your boat. So we got some wins from last week. I'll share one of my wins, and even though we live, it looks like we got some people that's slow trickling in. So I'm not going to hold up the call, but a win that I want to share with y'all is I'm actually going to be launching a new podcast. Yes, I'm working with a new client. We are producing a new podcast in the mental health space. I'm going to be dropping some announcements, starting with our first event that is going to actually take place this not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 20th. So I'm gonna share some in the community portal if y'all in the Atlanta area and you want to come out for some mental health and some networking, definitely meet us out there. But I'm excited to share that news that we having a new announcement that is a new podcast dropping next month. So let's get into the lesson, right? I don't want to waste y'all time and I want to get right to business. Right to business. Plus I think Zoom might make me re download this plugin because I'm gonna share my screen on my phone. because today we're talking about goal setting, right? And I set all of my goals in my phone. I also have like a couple like whiteboards and stuff like that in the studio that I could see, and I write down some goals and some things like that. But I'm most active with goal setting in my phone because I'm using it every day. I see it every day. I'm on it every day, so I'm able to hold myself accountable every day as well. And so I use the note section. So you're going to see what I'm talking about. And some of you who have been tuned in to the podcast for quite some time, you might be familiar with an episode that I did regarding the draining matrix, right? And the draining matrix is the goal setting template that I pretty much created, eventually, essentially for myself, but I had other friends and family members using it. They gave me great feedback on how it allows them, again, to literally drain the ideas from in their head, putting it on paper, and allows them to think less and do more. And I think we could all use that, especially if you're an overthinker, right? So enough talking. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Boom. And yes, the plugin is required. I don't know why they always making me download this plugin, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I got something important to show y'all. So boom, that's not what I'm looking for. There we go. Screen mirroring, and then it's loading. There we go. Coolio. All right, y'all. So you can see I got the draining matrix template set up, and for some reason it doesn't look like y'all can see it on. Hmm. Why can't y'all see it? There we go. Okay, it's just a little bit delayed. Never mind that, y'all. Y'all can see it. So, all right, here we go. So we got the draining matrix template. And we always start with, well, we don't start with today, but today is very important because this is what allows you to free your brain of the thought of figuring out what you have to do. um, I was doing some research and found that they actually had a study that shows you get better sleep when you already have a plan for your day the next day, right? So at night, what I do is I look at this week's to dos and I'll try to figure out what I need to do for the week and what of those tasks that are left can I get done the next day, which will be today, tomorrow, right? If you guys just follow me. And I got this little template. Y'all could again steal this if you want. I highly recommend it. But here's the process. Here's my thought process and how I work it. You could work it however you want to, but I recommend starting like making Sundays your holy day for looking at your goals, coming up with a plan, making sure you on track, and rewriting your goals, reanalyzing, just doing everything, just being about your business, right? On Sundays, right? Whether it's after you get out of church, after you go to brunch, after you give yourself some time, you wake up. But first thing, after you get done the things that are most important, get busy with this planning, right? Sunday should be, for planning, budgeting, etc. So what I do is on Sunday, I'm going to look at the things that I need to do this week. But this is after you've already obviously have some quarterly goals written down. So let's go over some quarterly goals and see what that would look like. So what will be a quarterly goal that most people or the average person would have? Maybe like let's say save $5,000, right? That's one quarterly goal. Another one here, we're gonna say um we're gonna we want to open a or maybe start a new business, right? Start a new business, and then let's go with another goal for this quarter, right? What's another goal that most people might have this quarter? We got started business, we got save. Let's say, all right, get website done, publish new website. right? And then we're gonna put another one. This is one that I actually just accomplished not too long ago, guys. But let's say we want to get monetized on YouTube, right? So now we got four goals this quarter that we want to focus on. Let me get some water, y'all. Got a little headache. Got a little headache. I'm not gonna keep this call too long. I want to get straight to the point. All right. Um. So, uh, all right. So here we go. We got some quarterly goals right here. And you can forget about next quarter, but let's say you fill it up and you feel like, okay, I'm starting to stretch it. How am I going to get all this done in the next 12 weeks? Then start pushing things to next quarter, right? But we got our goals for this quarter. Now that we have our goals for this quarter, let's fast forward. It's Sunday. Just woke up and I want to go straight to my planning and budgeting and everything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my quarterly goals and I'm going to figure out which of these can I focus on for this week. So let's say I get paid every Friday. So automatically this week I'm going to say, you know, put $750 in the savings. Let's just say, for example, right? That's going to be this week. Also, what do we need to do? We need to start a new business, publish a new website, and get monetized on YouTube. So this week, let's say we want to put out 5 videos on YouTube because to get monetized, we need subscribers. So to get subscribers, we need to put out content. So let's say put out 5 videos on YouTube this week. All right, next, let's go over again. Start a new business. Let's say we're going to create business plan slash proposal. Next, what we got to do? We also want to publish a new website. So let's just say we want to start off by researching best or research best website hosting platform, whether it's Wix, Spotify, or Shopify, GoDaddy, whatever it might be, right? So we got 4 things. Also, what might be um, included in some of these quarterly goals that we could squeeze in because I feel like this is definitely enough. Like one thing a day, right? So we want to get at least 5 things, right? So let's get out something else. Let's maybe do let's do uh make a post on social media sending people to YouTube so we can get those subscribers up, right? Then what's another thing? We want to save 5,000. Let's say maybe pick up one extra shift. So you're a side hustler, right? You're working. Boom. So we got a nice little list of things, right? So now that we have our to-dos, it's Sunday. Now that we have our to-dos that we want to focus on for this week moving forward, Monday through Saturday, what we're going to do is we're going to Sunday night or maybe just that Sunday, we're going to already know what we want to do the next day. So we're going to just put it today because this is going to be our daily to do, right? So Monday, I'm going to say we're going to record 5 videos, might be OD. So let's say we're going to record 2 videos about X. And then we're going to say draft business plan. Then we want to say talk to boss about extra shifts, right? Because we want to pick up an extra shift. So we know that's the action, right? Like today's to dos and this week's to dos should be action to dos, right? These should be action goals, things that you have to do. Hence why they call it to dos, right? So boom, we got that. Then of course you might have other things, right? Like take dog for a walk. And then you got doctor's appointment. Monday. Then you might have some other to-dos, right? Y'all get the gist, right? Because other things are going to come up that might be unrelated to like your business and professional goals that you have here. So if those things come up, put them in the to-dos, right? Now let's say now we fast forward again and it's Tuesday or it's Wednesday. Let's say it's the middle of the week, it's Wednesday. We forget about this, right? Forget about today because this is going to change daily, right? This is going to change daily. But now that it's Wednesday, we scheduled and published 5 videos to go out on YouTube. We've researched which website we want to use. We decided we want to go with Shopify. We talked to our boss. We got that extra shift approved. Now we got just these 3 things left for the rest of the week. Okay. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we got these 3 things that are left. Now, let's say I thought of something else, like, oh snap. I also need to um talk to a couple uh guests to get on my podcast because that goes for the YouTube, right? I need to book 4 guests for this month, right? Instead of adding it here to this week, we're just going to add it to next week because we already like the guys. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. The point of this is to drain, not to clog. So once Sunday passed and you already set your goals for this week, anything else you come up with for the next week, I mean, throughout that week, automatically put it in next week. So I'm gonna put right here, book 4 guests for podcasts, and then let's say um, create guest recruiting process, right? Create a guest recruiting process. And now just from there, I might think of some other things that might need to get done. I'm going to automatically put it in next week. So then when Sunday comes, I might only have 2 or 3 things down there, but I got to start on the direction I want to move in for the next week. I already have a start, right? And boom, that's pretty much it, guys. Like you're just going to be looking at this every single day. And Sunday is when you're thinking of that master plan, right? Sunday is when you're looking at, okay, let's look at this quarter. Let's come up with some new goals for next quarter. Let's edit some goals. Let's take away some goals. Like that's not the direction we want to move in anymore. And then after we iron that out, now let's focus on what we need to focus on for this week. Now let's put down the things we need to focus on this week. And then, like I said, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, any day after the day you plan to schedule as the planning day. Any day outside of that, you got something else that you thought of, automatically, guys, put it in next week's to-dos. I hope that makes sense, right? And so once the purpose of this draining matrix is again, it's going to give you a better sleep, better rest. You're going to be able to sleep peacefully knowing that you already have a plan the next day. You have a plan of attack for the next day. Also, guys, if you stay consistent with this on a 90-day period, you are going to find yourself explosive when it comes to your productivity. Like my productivity increased the quarters that I was on this heavily versus the quarters that I was lacking on this, it's like night and day. Even for motivation, like just feeling motivated to do new things, feeling motivated to do the things I know I need to do, right? All of this goes hand in hand with having this thing mapped out, guys. Like this thing has saved me, you know, so much time and energy on trying to find what I should be doing. Because a lot of us just feel lost. A lot of us don't even know like the direction we need to be going. We have this idea, we have these big plans, but we don't know where to start. Well, if you start by putting it down on paper or in your phone in a template that looks like this, it's going to drain itself. It's going to work itself. It's going to be a whole lot easier to identify the activities you should be doing versus the activities that you should not be doing. That's it. That's all. It's nothing to it, right? If you spend your time at least like it's not even long. Like I don't know if y'all think that this is something that takes a long time. Like on Sunday, after I have my quarterly goals already mapped out, on Sunday I probably spend maybe 30 minutes to an hour looking at this, if that. right? 30 minutes to an hour on Sunday. And every single night before I go to bed, I'm spending another 15, 20 minutes just looking at this instead of what most of us like to do while we in bed. We like to scroll, and maybe instead of doing that, replace it with scrolling on this thing. May not look as entertaining, but I promise you it's healthier for you. This is what's going to allow you to have a better sleep. Just spending 15 minutes at night before you go to bed, planning out what the next day looks like, you will have a much better and deeper sleep than the nights that you don't. And the nights that you just kind of go into it scrolling, blindly, just knowing that you have a busy day, but you haven't taken the time to really decompress and analyze what that busy day looks like. So I'm trying to do y'all a favor, and I did all the work for you, right? I gave you the template. This is the play. Now all you got to do is run the play. Just run the play, and you're gonna be straight. Run the play, and you're gonna be straight. So let me stop my share. We're gonna wrap it up right there, y'all. This is again was gonna be a very short call. I didn't anticipate it to be as short as it was. I will say, we got a lot of people who text me saying that wasn't going to be able to make it on, from our Zoom call. And of course, we just opened up membership on YouTube, right? We just opened up the membership on YouTube. So I didn't anticipate we was going to have a whole lot of people joining us on YouTube. But in the future, guys, again, if you're joining us on YouTube, you can always pop in the chat, in the live chat, and I got it open right here. I can see it, the comments, and I'll comment back with you. But if you want to join us live on Zoom so that you can turn on your camera and interact with myself and other members of the community, make sure you download Discord and join our Discord group so that you can get access to those links, because the links will be provided in the Discord group along with, members chat, so that you can connect with some other content creators, schedule some masterminds. Ooh, speaking of masterminds, I'm in this hiking group. I'm in this hiking group in Georgia, and I just put out a post, just saying like, hey, any content creators in here, that would be open to, scheduling a mastermind, by, hiking Kennesaw or Stone Mountain, whatever we choose, and just, game planning and strategizing and just networking amongst each other. And I got some good feedback. So I think we actually going to plan something like that over these next couple weeks. So if you are also in the Georgia area, just let me know. I'll make sure I include you in that hiking mastermind that we're doing with those content creators. You can meet me. You can meet some other members out there. It's going to be a good time, right? Be out in nature, and most importantly, network with some other people that are doing things like you, or in a position that you want to be in, right? You just got to be able to put yourself out there. So that's where I'm going to end it, guys. One last thing: referrals, referrals, referrals. This is one of the only communities that not only gives you free, that gives you game on how to monetize your platform, but also pays you for helping us grow the platform as well. So if you let a friend or a family member know about the community, the creators community, just let them know to mention your name when they register at kaispeaks.com/community. Once they hit join, you will get a $5 commission off of their first month. All right, so that's a Starbucks coffee on me. I'll send it to you via Zelle, PayPal, Apple Pay, however you like it. I'm gonna send it to you that way. Okay. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna be out. Feel free to, like I said, join that Discord if y'all want to have access and chat it up with us outside of these weekly calls. That's 24/7 member chat access. So get on Discord so that we can have another place where we can meet and collect and engage with each other and one another, right? But outside of that, I'm gonna be out. I'll see y'all on the next call. And speaking of the next call, like I said, I have an idea what we're going to be covering, but again, this is for you all. So you all let me know within the realms of content creation, monetization strategy, strategy, marketing strategy, what you want to cover, on a weekly basis, right? So just pop in the chat, in the Discord, or comment underneath this video, some topics and ideas, or just questions. That'll also give me some ideas on things that could be, information that could be very valuable to you guys, instead of me just assuming what may be valuable, and going about it that way. All right, cool beans. All right. Well, since I don't see any questions, I'm gonna pop out of here. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. All right. Peace.